Hi, I'm Brian Boyd, Managing Editor of Shore Publishing Newspapers and the guy who brought you the Ultimate Burger on Zippo6.com. We're going to follow that up today with a little bit of fire-roasted salsa. It's a salsa that's based on peppers and tomatillos, but we do have some tomatoes in there, so it's not a true salsa verde. There are generally two types of salsa. You have a fresh salsa with fresh vegetables and very bright flavors, or a roasted salsa like you get at the grocery store in a jar that has some nice savory flavors. This is going to mix the two together a bit. You've got some Roma plum tomatoes, some nice thick tomatoes, and some Juliets just to give a little extra brighter flavor. We're going to mix those with just a little bit of garlic, some jalapeno peppers, red onion, squeeze some lime on that to brighten everything up. The backbone of this salsa, though, are the poblano peppers, which are a nice earthy, smoky green pepper. It brings a little bit of heat and they pick up the smoke really well. But the main thing is the tomatillo. This is a traditional Mexican ingredient. Sweet and sour flavor, sort of related to a tomato, but incredible flavor. We're going to smoke that as well, and that's going to give it the real signature taste. We're also going to finish it off with a bit of cilantro, which is never a bad thing, and that's about it. So what I'm going to do right now is go start up the fire. I've already prepared some wood chips. This is a combination of apple, about a handful of apple chips, and just a pinch of mesquite wood, which brings a whole lot of flavor. So I'm going to light up the fire and get that ready to go. Okay, now that you've got your tomatillos, you just need to do a quick prep on them, and the rest of the vegetables, I showed you that they have that kind of papery husk around them, so you just basically squeeze them right out of the husk. And then there's a sticky, sappy sort of residue on them. You just soak them in water for a few minutes and it comes right off and ready to go. To prep the peppers, you just cut off the tops and then slice them in half to ready them up for the grill. If you want to, you can also, to make it less hot, you can scrape out the veins and the seeds. That's where the heat lives, but that's not how it is in my house. For the red onion, we're going to do half of it a coarse chop that'll give nice, bright, fresh flavors to the salsa. And we're also going to do half of it on the grill, so you'll get a little bit of sweet and a little more smoky. And for that, I'm just going to do a couple thick rounds. Alright, we've got nice smoke coming out, so just toss on the vegetables. Alright, when you can hear the tomatillos start to sizzle and pop, you know it's time to turn them over. Looking for a little bit of a blackened, a little charring on them. Alright, you know you're ready on the grill when the tomatillos are blistered and they're bubbling, and when your peppers have a nice charred skin on them. Alright, now while you're waiting for your grilled vegetables to cool off a bit so you can handle them, the rest of the vegetables just get a real coarse chop, getting them ready for the food processor. You don't want to chop up things too fine now, and especially not in the food processor. It tends to make things into soup, so you're going to go real gently with that. The one exception for that is your garlic, which I'm just too lazy to mince up any finer than I'm cutting it right now. So what you do with that is I like to mix it in with one tomato, kind of put a sacrificial tomato in there to get a nice blend. Alright, so with this one tomato and the garlic in there, you just go crazy and whir it up. So now on top of that slurry, you put your onions and give those a couple good pulses. And then go the rest of your tomatoes. And again, just a couple quick pulses. You don't want to get it too fine. Okay, then your cool ingredients go into a bowl. And you can always find if there's any big chunks, you can take them out and cut them up. And it's pretty much the same drill with your peppers and your onions. You're just going to give them a real nice coarse chop. And of course, when you're handling the peppers, you just want to be careful. Make sure you either wear gloves or wash your hands carefully afterwards. Okay, the tomatillos really don't need anything. You can toss them right in as you want, or slice them in half a little bit. And oh man alive, I really wish you could smell this. This is where the salsa starts happening. And the final few pulses of the processor. Alright, now you got everything together in one bowl, so it's time to mix it together. I'm also going to add some salt at this point, some nice good sea salt, a little bit of pepper, why not, and then also that cilantro from earlier. Okay, well, everything's mixed together. Take it out of the mixing bowl, put it in something nice to bring to friends. It's going to take about an hour to really get the flavors all wedded together, especially the cilantro, but I have to try it now. This is good salsa.